Grand rising, grand rising, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Thank you, Miss Dolores. I appreciate you so very much. Hey, the real bucks. Are you still loading? Are you still loading YouTube? Or hey, Evangelist. Hello there. Hey, Yolanda. Hello, Teresa. Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. Alrighty, guys. Today is Wednesday. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't know what this day is given. I really don't. Alrighty. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing spinning the wheel for the $100 raffle for last month's engagement. Okay. And then I'm also going to be announcing the giveaway for this month. Did I say that right? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to be announcing it tomorrow. My life is in shambles. That's why. Yes, ma'am. My birthday is tomorrow. Big 32. Happy birthday. You having a great day? That's amazing. I hope you have a beautiful birthday as well. 32. That sounds like so long away, like so long ago for me. Oh, I'll be 40 this year. Lord. Alrighty. Girl, you just reminded me that I'm getting up there. Happy birthday though. Just in case you're not here tomorrow. Alrighty, guys. So another crypto, another Bitcoin, another tech crime torture. Yeah. Because which I have been talking about a lot lately when it comes to this whole Bitcoin thing. I don't think that people understand the gravity of this whole virtual are you going to Bigo today? Yes, I will be having Bigo today. We have a lot to discuss today. I'll say that right now. So we have Sade Robinson's case. We have an update in the case of the woman who killed her son through the exorcism. We're going to watch the body cam as well as read the affidavit. We also have a man who his children were missing and he ran away with them and their bodies were just discovered. And then we're also going to do an update in the case of the couple that were out there in Las Vegas that had their children living underground and they were trafficking the children to adults. So we're going to do all those updates today. Tomorrow I will do a end of the week recap for Diddy over here on the YouTube side of things. I've been kind of staying away from the Diddy thing. It's getting a little strange, it's getting a little iffy. A woman walked into the courtroom yesterday screaming randomly for the life of me. I don't understand how this woman got to a Diddy trial and she was not supposed to be there. So it's getting a little crazy. So tomorrow I will be covering Diddy. Now, when it comes to this Bitcoin stuff, okay? And the digital coin. I don't think that people truly understand the gravity of the crime. And I don't think people understand that this is something that is going to create a problem for us later. Okay. They are seeing more tech crimes or digital coin crimes than ever before. But it's also because digital coin is something that is our system is not ready for what it has, what it brings, and what's to come. It's just not ready for it. This is just another one of those digital coin cases. Diddy's just a distraction, for sure. That's why I've been trying to stay on track with everything. Oh, we're also going to look into the 10 inmates that escaped Louisiana. Yeah, because that's crazy too. So we're gonna go over that today, all on Bigo. All right. So if you want to watch, just tune in right after this show. Alrighty, now let's get into this because this is kind of crazy. All right, so the crypto confinement is what we are going to call this. There was a 17-day kidnapping and torture of an Italian tourist who was lured to Manhattan in a townhouse. Okay, so John Woeltz is one of the suspects named. He is known as the crypto king of Kentucky. And then you also have William Duplessie. He is 32, and they also are looking to possibly arrest other people as well. This happened out there in Manhattan, New York, between May the 6th and May the 24th. As of right now, they both have been charged without bail, and the trial is, of course, still pending. So this case is centered around the cryptocurrency business deals that have now begun to turn violent, and it involved three individuals that are tied to cryptocurrency investing. So at the center of this is a 28-year-old Italian tourist who was allegedly lured. Hey, Deja. He was lured from Italy to Manhattan under threats against his family. Okay. Now, once he had arrived to Manhattan, he was then subjected to over 2 weeks of brutal captivity with his attackers, as well as trying to extort him out of his Bitcoin account password. Now, when it comes to this whole digital wallet thing, as you guys, if you guys did not know, it's a digital key that you have to put into there for them to gain access. And when you get access to it, it gives you to literally, it's like giving them access to your bank account and their free will. And this person would not give it to them. Okay. And it was worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And that is what the suspects want. So John Woeltz, who is this well-known king of crypto, and his co-defendant are alleged to have orchestrated this and executed a very sadistic plan in an attempt to rob this said person. Now, the identity of the victim, for some reason, they're keeping that to be, secret as of right now. It could be because of who he is, it could be because of how much he's worth. It could be a lot of things, but also it could be because he's a victim. But they have not truly given us all that money. Yes, they have not truly given us who this person is, his background, where he come from, how we know that the suspect is the cryptocurrency king of Kentucky or whatever. We don't really know who this victim is. But my question is to this too is, how did someone lure you from a whole nother country? And something tells me that the math wasn't mathing before he came here. Um, I just, for the life of me, I don't understand that. I feel like that sometimes people get so assessed, like they get so big on their horse and they're so powerful that they lose the capability to identify that danger is right in front of them. I swear that's what I believe sometimes. Because I promise you, it had to be some things there to let him know not to get on a flight, a plane, a bus, or anything to meet these said people. Okay. Now, according to the prosecutors, the plot was driven by, of course, the cryptocurrency and this financial dispute in which they're saying that had occurred. So Woeltz and Duplessie, or Duplessie is his name, allegedly had accused the Italian man of withholding a Bitcoin wallet password that was supposed to be for a prior deal that they had with each other. So they wanted to lure him there because apparently he broke the deal. He didn't follow through with the deal. So the victim had then arrived to New York City from Italy and allegedly was threatened with violence against his family, of course, but he did not comply. So upon entering into this said townhome, okay, $30,000 to $40,000 a month is what this home is worth. Out there in this area of Manhattan, and his passport, all his electronics, and his freedom was taken away from him. Now, when it comes to the torture aspect of it, so over the course of these 17 days, Woeltz and Duplessis had allegedly subjected the man to relentless abuse, which included bound by the wrist for extended periods of time, electronic shocks to his feet, cuts on his legs with a saw, forced to smoke crack cocaine, beaten with a gun, as well as urinated on, hung upside down by his ankles over a stairwell, and threatened with being killed if the password wasn't shared. Okay? Now, one thing that I'm not truly surprised about is the crack cocaine. If you guys did not know, over there in the tech world, that is one of the most high driven. And when I say high driven, I don't mean energy, I don't mean status. I mean, this is a working field where everyone is high on something in drugs, okay? But I also am fully aware about the violence that occurs in this whole underground world of tech. The tech field has a underground world of sex parties and drugs and all these different power plays in which people do not see. Getting high on their own supply. Imagine being forced to do crack cocaine, all because somebody wants your Bitcoin. Now, um, if like I told you guys before, if you think about this, reminds me of the Cash App founder. When he was killed after leaving a drug-infused underground sex party. This is something that goes on a lot in this industry, guys, and it's getting worse. Okay, it started off over there on the West Coast, but now it's starting to make its way over here on the East Coast. So the things, the torture and the chains and the cuts and the drug, I'm not really surprised about any of that because I'm fully aware of the underground world and the underbelly of it. There's a whole underbelly when it goes to this tech field. But because these are such highly educated, under the radar type of people, you would never think that they would be taking part in these types of things. Many of these people are like scholars and they go to some of our most high-ranking universities, but they partake in some of the most brutal actions in their field of work. Okay. It's getting worse and worse. Yes, it's getting bad. And I think that it's getting bad because, for one, our law enforcement is not prepared for what digital coin can bring with it. Yes, digital coin has done a great thing when it comes to the virtual world and buying products and stocks and bonds and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the law, they are not ready for it. They're not. And the level of crime and the level of sadistic behavior that occurs in this underbelly, it's kind of bizarre. Okay. What I'll tell you guys is this. What we're seeing that's going on with Diddy goes on at these tech parties. That's what goes on at their households. This is their everyday life. Because all they do is play with digital toys all day. Party, drink, fornicate, get high, and then do something crazy. And then the moment that a deal goes left, here we are. So on several occasions in this situation, the suspects have reportedly photographed the torture. They used a Polaroid camera, which included the victim tied up, beaten, as well as weapons that was pointed at him as well. The fact that y'all documented this is kind of crazy. Okay, that's kind of insane. So, according to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, the victim had finally told his captors that he would give them the password, which was stored on his laptop. So, as Woeltz had left the room to retrieve it, the victim had seized the opportunity, and he left, bloodied, barefoot, and disheveled. So the man had ran out the townhouse, and then he approached the nearest person that he saw. So on this footage in which they have of him, he is shoeless, he is crying, frantic, he's covered up in visible injuries, and he's begging for help from people that were on the street. So
this morning, a first look at the Italian businessman and alleged kidnapping victim running barefoot and flagging an officer for help, an exclusive video obtained by WNBC. The unidentified victim, appearing to carry a bag and another item, escaped this luxury New York City townhouse where prosecutors say he was electrocuted, pistol whipped, and held captive for weeks in a shocking scheme to steal his Bitcoin. According to a bail application, the 28-year-old was finally able to escape Friday by promising to provide the defendant with his Bitcoin password contained on his laptop. When the defendant left the victim to retrieve the victim's laptop, the victim was able to escape down the stairs.
John, did you kidnap that tourist?
Crypto millionaire John Woeltz was arrested Friday and now faces numerous charges, including assault and kidnapping. Law enforcement sources say an accomplice who has not been publicly identified is expected to turn himself in this week. Both had been in business for years with the alleged victim, whose net worth is around $30 million, as cryptocurrencies have surged in value in recent months. Bitcoin up nearly 60% over last year. A motivating factor, security experts say, for criminals.
There's less guardrails on moving crypto than there is cash and wire transfers. So I think in the crypto world, you're going to have to start looking at some of the same safeguards as that we have in the regular banking and wire world.
Brazen attacks on crypto entrepreneurs have been popping up around the world.
I'm really concerned.
Crypto regulation expert Alexander Amanino says he started avoiding industry gatherings and varying his commute after a series of violent incidents in France. after a mass group was caught on camera in Paris trying to abduct the daughter of a French crypto executive earlier this month.
Just the fact of being in the crypto ecosystem puts you a target in the back.
Emily,
they're just not ready. Okay, they're not ready. They wanted digital coin. They're trying to adjust to this virtual world in which we're living, but they're definitely not ready. Thank you, Evangelist. Thank you so very much. So when they went to the crime scene, they did find crack cocaine, body armor, ballistic helmets, night vision goggles, chicken wire, firearm and ammunition, T-shirts that was printed with images of the victim as well. They took pictures of him smoking crack and they put the pictures on their T-shirts. Polaroid photos of the torture, as well as, of course, the pistol that was pointed to his head. And then blood was found in multiple areas of the apartment. Now, the arrest timeline kind of goes like this. On May the 24th, John Woeltz was arrested at the townhouse that was described as silent, calm, and cooperative when they took him in. Then on May the 28th, William Duplessie, he turned himself into the NYPD police on the 13th, at the 13th precinct. And then he attempted to argue the role was minimal through his legal counsel. And on when it comes to the charges, they both have kidnapping with the intent to collect ransom, unlawful imprisonment, second-degree assault. Thank you, Layla. Second-degree assault, criminal possession of a firearm, and both men has pled not guilty. So when it comes to their bond hearings, they both have been denied bond. And the defense did request a $1 million bail for William Duplessie. There's a maximum potential of 25 years in prison if they are convicted on the top charges. So in simple input, the motive is what we know of is Bitcoin. This is something that I think, even though if you're not in the Bitcoin arena, you still need to be mindful of, because I'm trying to figure out how was someone getting dangled over a staircase. I know that it was some strange things that was, this is a townhouse. They didn't say house. They didn't say, this is a suburban area where, no, this is a townhouse. Y'all, somebody heard something up in here. But once again, this is probably one of those really upscale areas where craziness is normal. While we think that crime is normal in low income areas and things of that nature, the crime that goes on in upscale area, it is really ignored because it's normal. Dangling someone over a staircase is normal. Okay? Hearing someone scream randomly for no reason, it's normal. Seeing two men out here acting crazy with somebody on a T-shirt, all this is normal stuff over there. Somebody definitely has to hear something. 100%. Somebody definitely heard something. But the good thing is that this guy did not lose his life, because we've covered many cases of this tech world stuff where people end up losing their lives behind this digital realm that we are now in, and the laws have not shifted. Bitcoin is one of those things that it's very profitable, but there's a backdoor to it. I can go and get Bitcoin right now if I wanted to. It's very backdoor. It's very unmonitored. Anybody can be a Bitcoin owner. Any type of shiesty behavior that you can ever think of can happen in Bitcoin. And that's because law enforcement does not truly understand it. It's kind of like the same thing when it comes to monitoring the dark web. Kinda. It's sort of like that. And it's because they're not aware of the gravity of the crime that this could reach. And that's why we're seeing a surge the way that we're seeing it. Because when people feel like that they can get away with things, they will continue to do it, which means the statistics will go up in that particular crime. because they getting away with it. And so when they see one person do it, someone else does it. And it just goes on and on and on. And law enforcement, local authorities, and I don't even think federal authorities is even prepared for what's to come when it comes to digital coin. It shouldn't be normal. It shouldn't, but it is. It is. And this is why I don't like when new things come into play, because I feel like that we are a very proactive type of country. We're not proactive. We are a reactive type of country when we should be a proactive type of country. We typically go with things that can be monetary with a huge gain, but we don't take time to take proactive measures in order to deter crime from occurring, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to give you an example. When it comes to Meta, that's another digital realm where digital crimes have begun to occur. There was a woman that said that she had been assaulted. Her avatar had been essayed, and she said that she can feel the emotion behind it. She said it was some goons in the virtual game that surrounded her and took her avatar and did the unthinkable. And she says that she is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder because her avatar, I know I sound crazy, but this is real. I'm not even making this up. Okay. I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but I swear this is real. Okay. This is really real. Huh? Yeah, I'm dead serious. Okay. I'm serious. This is what this woman said. She said she was playing on Meta. Okay. Stay with me. She was playing the game on Meta. Some goons came and surrounded her avatar. They then essayed the avatar, and she feels it. Like she feels the emotion behind the avatar's experience. So now that made them begin to discuss whether or not there needs to be a police force on Meta in order to minimize these sorts of crimes. We always go too far, and then we want to reel it back because we done let it get too deep and it be too late. You see what I'm saying? So they put things out there, like they put Bitcoin out there, knowing the money that can be, gained in this, but they did not put precautions in preparation of it. They did not, they just put it out there. So now we're playing catch up with a surge of digital crimes occurring. It's kind of crazy and it's kind of strange. Okay. I hate when they do this, but they do it. So that's what's going on in the virtual world right now, is that law enforcement is trying to determine, okay, how do we stop or how do we control Bitcoin? How do we monitor the actions of Bitcoin? How do we deter from crimes occurring of Bitcoin? What do we do? How do we control Meta? Does Meta need a police force? How do we control or monitor or assist victims who are victimized in the virtual realm? How do we deal with the post-traumatic stress disorder of victims whose avatar has been robbed or assaulted? They don't know how to deal with any of that. Sound like a bunch of Bitcoin freaks. They are. All they do is play with coins and digital stuff all day, watch numbers and party at night. That's why I'm not really surprised about any of this. This underbelly is vicious. If y'all remember, about 2 years ago, we did a show on the underbelly, like the virtual underbelly that is out there. And it started out there in the valley on the West Coast. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy. Alrighty, guys. Tomorrow I am definitely going to be doing Diddy. You remember Miss Dolores? Tomorrow I'm definitely going to be doing Diddy. I'm so tired of him. So tired of him, but I know that I have to see what the world is going on. The trial is going really crazy right now. As I told you guys yesterday, a woman walked in screaming, they're after you. And I still cannot process how this woman was able to go past federal agents in a courtroom, get access to a courtroom where Sean Diddy Combs is sitting A jury is sitting in a federal case. I still don't understand how she got this far. It makes me wonder that she was put there, like that was a part of the whole madness. So we're in the stages of this trial where it's getting a little strange. So I'm definitely going to cover him tomorrow. Okay. Doing Diddy, done? Did it. Did he? Do it? Doing Diddy. Yes. Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. She's paid. Yes, that's what I believe too. Yes, I believe she was paid to do that. A disruption in the courtroom. Yeah. Alrighty, Bigo. I am on my way to you guys. Just give me a couple minutes and I will be pressing the live button very much soon, okay? Make sure that you guys stay tuned for your Bigo notification bells. For those of you that are new here, please make sure that you do subscribe to the channel as I do go live Monday through Friday with new topics, new stories every single day, okay? Thank you guys for watching and thank you for tuning in to True Crime with Savage Royalty.